Hello, welcome to the latest episode. I'm going to show you how I do everything, why I did all those setups and these lights and everything from the last episode that I showed you that walkthrough, and how I do it because I need time and it needs to be fast, and so here we go. Okay, so we'll turn everything off and I'll show you what I normally do when I come in here and why, per that last episode, I have everything set up the way I have it set up. So let me start from scratch. And we'll just run through it from beginning to end. I'm not going to explain it all. I'm just going to do it so you can see what's going on. Okay, so let's start as if it's a normal day. I'm going to do a video. I haven't even started. Let's turn everything off to start. All right, I come trundling upstairs. The first thing I do, I keep my cards here on the desk. Guess I am going to explain it to you. I throw my card in my camera, turn on my monitor, I throw my card in my recorder, turn that on, switch my camera on, I immediately press menu, I format the card. Cool. I come over to my sound recorder. I format that card. Excuse me. That's done. Now I'm pretty sure everything's working. I can see the mic working up there. Obviously I don't have anything up there. Let's turn on my lights, which are that light, hair light, bottom light down here, and those red lights behind me. All right, I turn off all these other lights that don't belong in here. Come over to my camera. If I want to check the focus, I'll just zoom up. Make sure my autofocus is on. Come over here, get my eyeball in the shot, right there, take my glasses off, point. What it did was it just focused on my eyeball. That looks good. I lock down autofocus so it doesn't do anything. I already have my white balance and everything set up. So I decide to start the episode. I start the camera. I come over here, I start the recorder, I make sure everything's working. I'm going to use that to do the sound. Hello, welcome to the latest episode. I'm going to show you how I do everything, why I did all those setups and these lights and everything from the last episode that I showed you that walkthrough, and how I do it because I need time and it needs to be fast, and so here we go. I've got everything set up. I do my episode. I talk. I have a little card come in saying who I am, a little subscribe thing coming in saying who I am. Then that goes away. I describe the episode, yada, yada, yada. This is what we're going to do, yada, yada, yada. I talk. I show things. Yes, you can press buttons on and off, etc. And when I'm all done, I always close with something like this. Little card comes in asking you to subscribe again over here. I might throw an info card up here for a course or something I'm working on. You'll see all this in post. And I say, I hope that helps. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. I hold, and now I shut everything down. Here we go. Good. Stop the recorder. Stop the camera. Turn the camera off. Turn the monitor off. Pull the camera card. Sorry about that. Turn my H6 off. Pull that card. Turn on these lights again. A couple of times I've forgotten to turn those off and it really sucks. Then I turn off all my lights. My backlight, my hair light, my fill light, my key light, my red lights, everything's off. I just take another look and I'm ready to go. So now I'm gonna jump over to the editing booth. I'm gonna copy these right now over to my PC so I make sure I don't lose the footage that I have. And then we'll go into editing and I'll show you how I edit and we'll post it all. And now you'll have an idea of why I have everything set up so mechanically everything positioned the way I do so I can be fast. Let's go to the editing area. Here I am. I've loaded my CF and SD cards for my audio. That's my camera. That's my audio. And I keep a folder on the desktop. Goes straight to where all my episodes are. There they all are. I keep them all backed up. These aren't everything. And you'll notice here's my last episode, 310. So I'm going to basically create a new folder. I'm going to call it 311. And I'm going to label it something. We'll call it Make My Episode. Now, the reason why I do this is I go into this folder and I have my old project. I have my old Photoshop file, which creates my thumbnails. And there's the old video. I keep all my footage in a folder, so I just copy the last project and the PSD. I come over to my new folder, and I paste those in there. Now I simply relabel this to 311, which is this episode, the thumbnail to 311, same episode, and I create a new folder called Footage. So I go up to my 5D footage. That's the picture I took to focus on my eyeballs right there. Boy, that looks creepy, doesn't it? So I go in, I grab the episode, I drop it into footage, and it copies that in there. I go over to my audio card. Don't worry about that top one. And I grab the audio and I drop it into my footage folder. Open it up. There's my movie. There's my audio file. I'm done with those cards. Let's go back up one. I open up the Premiere Pro project, which was my last episode. The reason why I do that is it has all the assets I need, all those little cards, all those little things in there that I need are already in there. There's my last episode where I'm showing what to do. Okay, so I simply go over to here and first rename that to 311. That's the sequence, so it renders out properly. And I just take all the old footage and I nuke it. Yeah, let's delete it. And it's gone. Go down here, the bottom, there's my timeline. I'm just going to nuke out, that was the music that I used as an intro. Take that out. Let's zoom in here. I know I need that beginning again. I know I need my title card sitting there that says who I am. I'm going to use that subscribe button. It's already animated, so that's cool. Links, I may use that card again. And then here we have a subscribe button that flies in. And then we have the end where I put all those little annotations from YouTube. That's my adjustment layer. It simply lets me do some things to the footage that make it look a little better. Okay, now I'm going to go over to my folder. I'm going to grab my two files. There's my movie file. I'm going to rename that to the episode 311. There's the audio file. I grab those. I dump them into my Premiere Pro footage folder. And we're done with that. Okay, now I grab my movie file, which, you know, it's a short one. It was a short episode. And then I grab the WAV file from my auto recorder, put it down below. Now I could certainly go in and line up these little claps here, which are quite easy. I just use the Synchronize in Premiere Pro, Synchronize it audio. It analyzes it, it lines them up. So then I check it. And how I do it, because I need time and it needs to be fast, and so that'll work. I trim the ends to match. And and then that goes away. I describe
Make
the
sure,
episode.
make sure I didn't do anything weird. I deleted the camera sound, linked them up. Now I'm good to go. Now, this is a time saver. I can edit the audio in Adobe Audition. I find it easier to just do it from Premiere Pro. It creates and renders a new sound file. It goes over to Adobe Audition. And then I don't have to worry about destroying my original file. So there's the file. It created an extracted WAV file. And that's what I'm working on now instead of the original one. So now I'm going to go in. I do this to practically everything.
I did all those setups and these lights and everything from the last episode that I showed you that walkthrough.
I grab this.
And how I do it, because I need why I did all those setups and these lights and everything from the last episode that I showed you that walkthrough. Oh, hello. Welcome to the latest episode of me, which I'm going to show you.
And I apply that multi-band
from
compressor.
The last episode.
And I'm pretty much done with that. That's my entire processing. I take the sound and match the loudness to -16. Run that.
I'm going to show you how I do everything, why I did all those setups and these lights and everything from the last episode.
Okay, we're cool. Save the file. Remember, I'm not saving it destructively. It created that separate extracted wave. It goes in, it knows what I did, and now I'm done.
I did all those setups and these lights and everything from the last.
Cool. I'm going to go through and I'm just going to, I don't like the framing. I showed you, I just bumped it up to 110 and I just move the framing around just a tiny bit. It's not going to degrade the footage at all to where I like it. And that's pretty much where I like it.
I'm going to use that to do the sound. And now I'm rolling. I'm ready to go. Hello. Welcome to the latest episode. Hello. Welcome to the latest episode. I'm going.
Right there's the beginning. I cut it right there. Discard all the rest. Now I'm going to go off.
With something like.
Find the end of the episode.
That's it. Thanks for watching.
I goofed up there, so I'm going to cut it out.
And I say, I hope that helps. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. That's it. Say, okay. Working on, you'll see all this in post. Then I say, okay.
I'm going to cut right there. I made a little mistake. Now I'm going to show you what I do to cover up the mistake. I'm going to cut out this little piece. Now we have this.
Okay. And I say, I hope that helps. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next.
Okay.
I hold, and now I shut everything down. Here we go.
The computer's yanking a little bit.
And then I say, course or something I'm working on. You'll see all this in post.
I decided I'm going to yank that out.
This in post. And I say, I hope that helps. Thanks for watching.
I'm just going to grab the I hope it helps. We're making an episode here. I'm going to zoom up on that. That's how I'm going to get out of that cut shot.
All this in post. And I say, I hope that helps. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Cool. I'll cut right there. And I'll lob the end off. This is pretty much the episode.
Hello. Welcome to the latest episode. I'm going to show you how I do everything. Why?
I grab it all. And I'm going to pull it all the way down to the beginning. I'm going to grab all my other assets that I already have in here. I'm going to pull those down. about to the end, and I'm going to grab this adjustment layer. The adjustment layer just crushes the blacks a little bit on my footage. Zoom in. My adjustment layer. I usually leave about 15 frames in the beginning so the video can queue up. I have my whatever thing going on there. I talk over that.
Hello, welcome to the latest episode. I'm going to show you how I do everything, why I did all those setups.
I move in my title card.
And these lights and everything from the last episode that I showed you that walkthrough. And
I move my subscribe in. Notice I got this Camtasia recorder running and I'm playing at the same time, so it's a little jerky and I'm sorry about that. Yeah. Let's continue.
And how I do it, because I need time and it needs to be fast, and so here we go. I've got everything set up. I do my episode. I talk. I have
Now there's that title card. Here's what I do. I just duplicate the title card so it's got all the keyframes and coming in, coming out.
I've got everything set up. I do my episode. I talk. I have a little card come in saying who I am. I have a little card come in saying who I am, a little subscribe thing coming in saying who I am.
I decided to put these elements where I'm talking actually about them.
I do my episode, I talk, I have a little card come in saying who I am, a little subscribe thing coming in saying who I am, then that goes away. I describe the episode, yada yada yada, this is what we're going to do, yada yada yada. I talk. I show things. Yes, you can press buttons on and off. I talk. I show things.
I'm showing something there. Let's do a little trick.
Yes, you can press buttons on and off.
Cut there. And cut there. Let's zoom in on that. I've done an episode on this, on how to zoom things in. And I'll just position it properly so you can see the thing I'm talking about.
I show things. Yes, you can press buttons on and off, etc. And when I'm all done, I always close with something like this. Little card comes in asking to subscribe again.
Okay, let's grab our little subscribe card. I just plop that right at the end somewhere.
Like this. Little card comes in asking to subscribe again over here. I might throw an info card up here.
Okay, here's my info card. It was just from the last episode with links. I don't really need that. If I did, I would just move it down. So I'm just going to delete that.
Or something I'm
now the end is where
working on. You'll see all this in post. And I say,
here's my jump. I'm going to animate this card out. Put a keyframe there, put a keyframe at the end. Animate the subscribe out.
Little card comes in asking to subscribe again over here. Or something I'm working on. You'll see all this in post. And I say, I hope that helps. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
And that's where the annotations go at the end of the video from YouTube. Get to the end of the video, right there. I go over like 15 frames and I cut there. That just gives it time to end. Delete that. Set the out point. There's the end point. I'd probably watch this a number of times over and over, but let's just show you what I do here to render this thing. I go over and I export it. Media, I'd use Control M, but my screen recorder takes over that command. I have a setup. It's all set up for me. It's predetermined. I can export it directly. I use Media Encoder because it sends it over to a queue and allows me to keep working, which is really nice. Media Encoder runs, it does all its yada yada stuff, and there it goes. It loads in that sequence. I'm good on where that's going. I'm just going to put it on the desktop, and I hit render. And it goes off and processes the audio. Next, it'll process the video. And I am certainly not going to sit here for, it's probably going to be 4 to 6, maybe 7 minutes while this video renders and have you do that. So I'm just going to speed through it, just jump to the end. I'll pause this. And there we are. We're at the end, and it's still rendering. Yeah, I was right. It looks like it's going to take about 6-ish minutes or so. I do, when I render this little thumbnail that it renders, I do watch that just for, it's 5 or 6 minutes, just to see that nothing is janky in there. Maybe I see something, maybe I see a card, bad keyframe, and the card starts flying around the screen. It's another way to look at this thing and test to make sure that your video is the way you thought it would be. So here I am coming down to the render, and I'm done. Now, I'm looking for a thing that maybe I could make a thumbnail on. I would do a lot of other things. What I just did was I created a picture of me standing there with my hand up. I wouldn't normally do that. I'd either shoot a separate thumbnail for the video or I would find something a little more dynamic, but I wanted to show you this. I'm going to copy the video just rendered over to my folder to make sure I have it. I'm going to go up to YouTube. I have a quick shortcut that goes directly to my videos. Very handy. You probably want to do that. Set up shortcuts to your comments in your videos. It loads in. I pick. Oh, I have one scheduled. You probably already saw that. I upload a video. It's set to unlisted. I come over and I drag my desktop one, and it starts uploading. There we go. Now I need to set some snappy title. We'll call it my editing episode. And then I add some tags. It's my editing episode. It has to do with, it's pretty awesome. It has to do with Premiere Pro. It has to do with YouTube episode creation. And I would flush this out. I probably put in as many tags as I can. I have a default setup in YouTube. All this stuff comes in when I upload a video. So I just type in the description. I show you how to create a speedy episode. Make sure to subscribe. That's all in there. I pick done. And the processing of this thing is done. Now I click on this thing and I go check it out.
Hello, welcome to...
Okay, it's there. Looks like it works. I like my own video every time. Next, I always add a comment to this thing. Just for whatever, asking people to subscribe. Now here's a trick. You see that asterisk? Watch this. Here's my latest episode. Exclaim, thanks for watching, exclaim. Now that end and beginning asterisk, it's a trick in YouTube to bold your comment. I like my comment, I heart my comment, and I'm pretty much done on this page. So let's go finish the video. I click on Edit Video. It comes up, now end screen and annotations. The reason why I put that same end screen in there is because all I have to do is I go in, I go to the top here, right there, that thing. Yeah, that's where I put the end screens on. I keep calling them annotations. I go grab from the last video, I import it, and it slaps them in there. That's everything I want. Most recent upload, the best for viewer, and there's a playlist of everything I've ever done, and that would be a subscribe. Let's preview it. Comes up, those show up, then they'll go away. Boom, perfect. I save that. The next thing I want to do is maybe add a card. As I mentioned before, I have a card coming up. Let's find out where I mentioned that.
And I say, I hope that helps. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next up here for a course or something I'm working on.
Yeah, right there.
I might throw an info card up.
Yeah, I might throw an info card up. I link. I'm going to throw a course up there. Let's throw up, these are a bunch. Let's throw up Dave Andre's color correction course. It goes and finds it. My call to action. I like this one. Donate, FUI, take a course. Create the card. Now I test it because they take a while to come in and out, but let's see what happens.
Info card up here for a course or something I'm working on. You'll see all this in post. And I say, I hope that helps. Thanks for watching.
And that's what happens. The guy clicks on it, and there you go, and it takes you to the course. Ta-da! You should take the course. Good. So now I have my card in there. Let's go back to the info settings. I have everything set up in my defaults, the monetization, like everything. So that makes it quick. Yeah, take a look at it. It looks pretty good. Now, what I would do next is take my thumbnail and upload it. Well, we haven't created it yet. So let's take our old thumbnail from our last episode, drag in that screenshot. I'm just going to delete that one. And I'm going to delete the video from the desktop because I already copied it over. And there I am. Worst thumbnail ever. This is a demonstration. What can I tell you? Let's open up my old PSD. It was 310. Remember, I copied it over. Now it's 311. And there it is. That's my old thumbnail. I have all sorts of stuff on. I got layers and stuff like that. Let's delete all those little layers where I show the episode. Let's just delete everything I don't need. Boom. I'll leave the text. I'll go grab that screenshot that I took. Okay, awesome. Probably make me a little bigger. Yeah, sure. Maybe something like that. Let's move my title for my thumbnail up here. Let's call it Doing It. Yeah. This is not going to be the thumbnail. I'm just showing you how I do it. There you go. I save it. Now I export it as a high JPEG at 1920 by 1080. That's the old folder. So let's go find the new episode folder. There it is. Make my episode. And I take 311 and I save it out. Pa-pow. Now I do this. Let's take a look at this thing. Let's go grab the custom thumbnail. Desktop. BFM. Make my episode. Let's turn these on so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, there's Doing It. I open that. YouTube uploads the new thumbnail. I'm pretty good. I save those changes just to make sure something doesn't happen. And I'm good to go. It takes a while to update the thumbnail. Now, normally what I would do is I would add this thing to various playlists. Always add it to my everything playlist, my episode playlist. This probably goes into editing, everything, episode list, etc. I'm not going to do that now because I'm not posting this video. I set to public. And then up here, I publish, and off it goes, and it arrives, hopefully, if you're subscribed and you have the bell icon, it arrives in your mailbox telling you I got a new video. Let's not save that. We're not doing this actual video, so we're going to leave that. Shut that down. And there you go. That's everything I would do. I have a setup. I shot, not including that. I mean, come on. If the episode's an hour long, you're not going to be able to do it in less than 30 minutes. But the setup part that I showed you It usually takes a lot less than that because I'm sitting here narrating it. But the setup I showed you, then I showed you getting all ready, I showed you setting up, I showed you doing the episode, and I took that out. I showed you editing it and rendering it and uploading it and posting it to YouTube. If I'm doing an hour-long video or a 30-minute video, sure, let's say I'm doing a 30-minute video, it's not going to take me 5 minutes. It might take me 20 minutes and 30 minutes. But anyway, I wanted to show you this. That's all the steps that I go through. I'm hoping this helps you in seeing my method, my process, and why, per that last video, I have everything set up the way I do.